The honey trap scandal has come to some sort of resolution and a person has been arrested, and that has led to um, revelations that person belongs to the Labour Party. And, at the moment, those details are not hugely clear, but actions have been taken by the Labour Party to distance themselves from this individual who approached a Conservative MP called Willie Wragg, who was the person who, quite early on in his Conservative career, elected to go home and live with his parents because he couldn't afford a mortgage under the rules currently imposed on people by this Parliament, and of course that could not have got any better because of the actions of Liz Truss. Willie Wragg is the Conservative MP, or was. He's since renounced the whip for Hazel Grove, and he was embroiled in this controversy after admitting to leaking fellow MPs' phone numbers on Grindr, where he met a man or an individual who manipulated him, calling himself or herself Charlie or Abby. It seems that this has gone around a little bit, and Wragg wasn't the only victim, but Wragg was the one who bore the brunt of the publicity, and he felt coerced into sharing the telephone numbers because he felt threatened by compromising material held by the individual known as Charlie. And this person approached Wragg under false pretenses. It's a sort of phishing scam that targets multiple political figures with flirtatious and explicit messages. The scandal had significant repercussions, including Wragg resigning from his role as vice chair of the 1922 committee. He was extremely influential and young, and his position as chair of the Commons Public Administration and Constitutional Affairs Committee, PACAC. He expressed deep regret over his actions, describing his own behaviour as a moment of weakness that inadvertently caused harm to others. Well, there are points when we are tested, and it's those points when we are either found to be honourable or wanting. And his case has brought to life the vulnerabilities and the potential security risks in the handling of personal information by politicians. The handling of personal information by politicians. It's you can't trust the politicians that you're sitting next to. That's the bottom line. And police investigations were prompted by the incident involving multiple police forces, including the Metropolitan and Leicestershire Police, due to the nature of the scam. And it underscores ongoing concerns about cybersecurity, which have been flagged up again today with news that the Russian government was directly involved in the NHS scam, which happened last week, and the manipulation of public figures. The scandal also triggered discussions about the inadequacy of current security measures and protocols for protecting politicians from similar types of cyber manipulation. It highlights the need for greater vigilance, stronger cyber security, and a greater sense of honour and respect. Reciprocity. Reciprocity is not about handing over private information to people who are demanding it. Reciprocity is about being vigilant and being upright, and being responsible. And Willie Wragg, who has these positions, or has held these positions of great importance in the Parliamentary Conservative Party, clearly doesn't quite come up to the standards which are expected, and fell foul of this honey trap thing. And I remember when I first started teaching, I went into a school, and the bursar was suddenly caught speeding or driving a car and drunk. And I remember the head teacher said, well, that could happen to any of us. And I thought, no, it couldn't. Because some people are honourable and some people are aware and they take precautions not to drink and drive and not to behave in a scurrilous fashion. And so I thought that assumption that everybody is a potential criminal is unreasonable. And this process in the House of Commons, with for example Luke Evans also talking about being a victim of cyber flashing. I don't know whether Willie Wragg was directly responsible for the various other stories that came out, but certainly there were about 20 people in political circles who have been affected by sexting. Sexting, I think, is the expression. Sexting. And if you are a politician, I think you have responsibility and you have a position of honour. And if you or they cannot manage that position of honour, then maybe they should resign.